Hello everyone and welcome back to the Velocity channel where this is your bridge to financial freedom. Today we're going to go ahead and eliminate another gargantuan loan, another gargantuan cash flow sucking loan. It could be a car loan, a mortgage. It doesn't matter what kind of loan it is. We're going to go ahead and eliminate it very fast with just a small amount of money. Listen, that's called leverage. But before we get into that, please like, share, and subscribe so that everyone around the world can know the power of velocity banking. As is the case, we're going to go ahead and write down our loan so that we know what we're dealing with. This one is $93,000. And look at this. This is what is called an amortized loan, meaning, okay, we're going to take those four words, mort. It's going to kill something, and it's killing your cash flow. We want to go ahead and end that. This is going to be at 9%, and the minimum monthly payment on that is $1,259 each and every month. Now, how many of you know that the $1,259 is not going fully towards the principal? Did you know that? That's right. There's something that's stopping all of that money from going towards the principal, and what's that? It's the interest, meaning banking interest. All right? There's a cost for the loan, there's a cost for borrowing money, and it's called interest. So we got to split it with the bank, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's always a bad thing if you don't know how to pay it right. Okay? Now, in this particular scenario, the first month, it's going to be divided. That $1,259 will be divided, and here's how it's divided. $697 to the bank, $562 towards the principal. That's pretty fair, right? Well, what else are you going to do, right? You signed the loan, you made sure that the 9% you agreed with, and so they get more while you get less. Now, let's go ahead and go to the 12th month. What is that? It's $649, while the principal is $610. Now, let's stop right here. It did go down, didn't it? It decreased some. But is that enough for you? Let's just keep on going here. We've got the 24th month, and we're going to make sure that we have we're just going to go ahead and grab it here. It's $592 towards interest, and then $667 towards the principal. Now, do you see how it increased how much you're taking to the principal? That's because you're getting rid of the principal. You see, the bigger the principal, the bigger the interest. Have you noticed that? But the smaller the principal, the smaller the interest. That's why these numbers, right, this interest dollars are going towards the principal side. Let's go to the last one, 36th month. It's going to be $529 towards interest and $730 towards the principal side. Now, with this, I want you to know something. The average American homeowner will spend at least $300,000 in interest, twice the cost of the home in many cases. But you don't have to be average, all right? Do you see these numbers? These numbers are the way they are because you are allowing the bank to tell you how to pay your loans. That's all. If we were to tell you that there's a better way to pay all of your loans, including your mortgage, would you at least be interested in knowing this better way? Listen, those that have the Money Max account, you don't have to worry about this because you already have a system that is going to share with you where your money should go. You type in your income, you type in the expenses, all of your debts, and instead of paying like these people for 9 years on a debt that's going to cost them thousands of dollars more than they should, They're getting rid of their 30-year mortgages in 7 years, some in 5 years, okay, because of financial allocation. Now, what we want to do is we want to, first of all, grab this cash flow as quick as possible. That $1,259 does not belong to someone else. The $1,259 belongs to us. So let's make sure that we grab that cash flow as quick as possible. And we're going to do that through velocity banking. So you see the number of $93,000, and you're wondering, my goodness, how are we going to tackle that with just $500? Well, here's how you're going to tackle it. Okay, you do it one bit at a time. If you're looking at destroying any loan, you've got to do it in a strategic way. It's not going to be just placing extra money towards it. You got to put that extra money towards those loans in a way that's going to destroy the loan as fast as possible. And here's what we mean. On the first month, yes, the $697 still has to go to the bank. But if you were to put just the $500 extra on top, that would equal $1,062 going towards the principal. Uh-oh. Now that's a big deal. You know why that's a big deal? Because you're taking more of a bite out of that principal. You know, there was a dog back in the 80s called McGruff. He said, take a bite out of crime, right? But what we're doing with this is we're taking a bite out of loans. We're taking a bite out of slavery, debt slavery, all right? That's what we're doing right here. $1,062 now is paying off that principal. And watch how much interest you pay towards the bank on the 12th month compared to the traditional banking way. Watch this. $606, while more of your money is going towards principal, okay? On the 24th month, $498. Do you catch my drift? Oh yes, and pretty soon it's going to be zero. $380 on the third year, the 36th month, okay? $1,379 towards the principal. Do you see how fast you are now roller coastering your way out of that debt, and this money is going to be yours before you know it. Now, let's go ahead and share with you what happens next. Because I'm sure you want to know, CJ, the traditional banking way, I was getting out of that debt in 9 years. However, with velocity banking, how much sooner can I be out of this debt? And oh, by the way, what's the total interest that I'll be paying? I'm glad you asked that question, and I'm going to answer it right now. I don't know, maybe you've been in a situation where you saw someone lie to you, and from that point on, you had a different approach to whatever it is. Maybe it was your job. Maybe it was a relationship. When it comes to your money, when it comes to your finances, when you find out that things weren't exactly as someone told you, it's very wise to not get mad, but to change and then improve your situation. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you right now. This is how to improve. This is not magic, it's math. The total interest on the velocity banking way of paying off the $93,000, $25,889. While you doing it the traditional banking way is going to leave you with $43,024 in total interest. That's total interest. And oh, by the way, you got to pay 9 years, $1,259. While over on the velocity banking side, it's only 5 years and 10 months. That means you get to do whatever you like with this number right here. $1,259 each month, not going to someone you don't even know, you've never even seen. Isn't that something? You've never even seen this entity, this person. But they're grabbing this, they're paying off their mortgages, paying off their cars, they're doing whatever they want to do. It's time for you to take control of your cash flow. And so that's how you do it. But I need to share with you something that perhaps you didn't know before. It's sad that most people think they need thousands of extra dollars each month to make a dent in their debt. And that's what the banks want you to believe. When we talk to people about getting out of debt faster, the first thing they say is, I just don't make enough money. It's like we've all been programmed to think that without a massive salary increase or a random windfall, we're stuck in debt forever. But let's take a look at what traditional banks tell us about paying off debt. They say make your minimum payments for 30 years and eventually you'll own your home. They make it sound so simple and inevitable. Just keep making those payments and one day that house will be yours. But here's the shocking truth that most banks don't advertise. With that approach, on a $300,000 mortgage at 4% interest, you'll actually pay over $215,000 in interest alone. Think about that for a second. That's like buying 2/3 of another house just to give that money to the bank. And this is exactly why so many people feel trapped. When you believe you need an extra $2,000 each month to make real progress on your debt, it's easy to just give up. I've seen it happen countless times. People look at their budget, realize they can't possibly squeeze out thousands more dollars each month, and they simply accept that they'll be in debt for decades. This mindset becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You believe you can't make progress, so you don't even try. But here's the thing. We've worked with families making average incomes who paid off massive debt without increasing their income at all. If you take regular old Mark and Sarah from Ohio, they combined their income of $65,000 a year with $120,000 in mortgage debt. And they paid off their property, not in 30 years, not in 40 years, but in 7 years. How about paying off $78,000 and you're only making $48,000 a year? You paid off in 6 years. What's that about? They didn't pay the way the fox told them to pay. This is the crucial condition, folks. Okay, a small stream flowing in the right direction can eventually carve through solid rock. And that's what it's all about. Direction and persistence, not necessarily volume. Your money works the same way. The core principle that makes this possible is redirecting your existing money flow. And let me explain what I mean. Right now, your paycheck probably goes into your checking account, sits there until all the bills are due, and then gets sent out to various creditors and expenses. During that sitting time, your money is doing absolutely nothing for you. As a matter of fact, it's losing value. But what if we could change that pattern? What if your money could actively fight against your debt even when it's just sitting there waiting to be used for bills? That's what we do on this channel with the Velocity Banking Method. I'm going to get on out of the way so you can take a screenshot. Please let me know if you need help. I want you, and I will see you on the next video. We want you to make sure that you get out of debt faster than what the bank is telling you. They don't have a plan. And when they do tell you the plan, it's not for you. It's for them. God bless you and have a good night.